is 5-3. Solving systems from a table. Okay, what's systems mean? Two equations. Listen, please. Systems mean two equations. Okay? So we're going to solve systems from a table. Okay? So if we're doing systems and tables, how many tables do you think you're going to have per problem? Two. Okay? So I want to find the point, okay, all right, where the two lines are crossing. That's my solution, where the lines cross. So every table is really just points on a graph, right? Everybody understand? Okay, so this is, if I look down here, I don't have one table. Okay, they're really just points on a graph that make up a line. Okay, and I'm going to have two tables. It says, when you see a table like this, it's really representing two tables in one. To find the equations, we can put them each into list and spreadsheets in the calculator. Okay, so first, we have to go from table to equation. Okay, once I get my two equations, what do I do with them? Once I get the equations, what do I do with the equations to find where they cross?
One, two,
huh? Put them in the calculator under the system. Okay? So in order to go put them in the calculator, I have to have equations to plug in. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this right here. All right. Now, see how there's only one x. Okay? But how many y's are there? Two. Stop. How many tables do I have? Two. Okay, so I need to go from this to two different tables. Well, how many x's are listed? One row or one column of x's. The x's are going to represent both tables. So -1 and 0 are going to be the same for both tables. Everybody write that. X's are the same because it only tells me one x column. Did you write this? Brandon? Huh? Did you write this? No. Okay. Now, how many columns of y do I have? Two. Y1 and Y2. So Y1 is going to go in the first table. Y2 is going to go in the second table. Everybody understand how I separated it out? Okay. Alright, so this first part just shows you how it goes from this, and it really is representing two tables. Okay, that's just an example. So, let's actually do a problem. Find the solution to the system. What does solution mean? A point where they cross. So the solution is going to be an ordered pair. In order to know the solution, I got to have two equations. Are you with me? How do I go from table to equation? Listen spreadsheets. All right, so that's what I want you to do. Everybody go to listen spreadsheets, but don't plug anything in yet. So number 4. All right. We're going to do one table at a time. All right. So I'm going to start with the x's and the y1s. That's all I'm worried about right now, are the x's and the y1s. I'll worry about the y2s in a minute. Okay. So label your x and y column. 2, 4, 6 are the x's. 9, 14, 19. So we're doing one table at a time. Okay. Then what? What do I go to get the equation?
Menu 413.
Menu 4.
1. 3.
Mx plus b. Good. So 3. From here I do x list x, Y list Y,
Double enter.
enter. Okay, and it gives me my M and B. Now remember, an equation is Y equals MX plus B. So Y equals my M, which is
2.5.
2.5 X, and then my B is plus 4. Question. Good? Okay, now look what I'm about to do up here. Watch what I do. Now I'm going to do equation 2. I don't have to start all the way over. Okay? I've already done the middle box. So now I'm going to plug in these Y2s. Everybody with me? Okay. I'm not going to start all the way over. I'm just going to go change the Y's because the X's, 2, 4, 6, are going to stay the same. Right? The only thing that changes are my new Y's. So instead of having a 9, I want to have a what? 13. So I'm just going to type 13. Enter. Then I'm going to type 18. And then I'm going to type 23. And look, it changes it for me. Okay, it changed it for the M and B. So now I have a new equation. Y equals 2.5x plus 8. Great. Everybody got their 2 equations, right? Now I need to know what the solution is.
No solution.
Hold on. Okay, so yes, you're right. It is no solution. Okay, because why?
Because the slope is the same.
Because they have the same slope. But all your problems aren't going to be like that. So if I didn't know what the solution was, and I've got 2 equations, this is what we just learned. How do you go from 2 equations to the solution?
Calculator.
Calculator. Everybody do it with me,
It's a calculator.
because we're just going to practice the
why
steps.
can't we just use the calculator? We have the calculator. Calculator.
Okay, from where? What do I do now? Menu. What class are you in? Algebra. And we're doing systems. How many equations do I have?
2.
Am I using X and Y?
Yep.
Yep. Alright, so I'm going to plug them in. Y equals 2.5x plus 4. Y equals 2.5x plus 8. And you get? No solution. So you guys are right. I shouldn't have wrote this.
Oh, wait, no.
I put the ordered pairs there before I realized that it was going to be no solution. So no solution.
That's why I always do the math first.
Good? Any questions? Everyone understand what we did? We went from table to equation, and then we found the solution. Okay? Example 2. My goal is to find the solution. In order to know the solution, I gotta have 2 equations. So how do I find equations from tables? List and spreadsheets. Okay. So I'm gonna go to list and spreadsheets, number 4. Everybody do it with me. Should be going as I go. Label your columns, X, Y. Okay, I'm going to do my X's, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to do the Y1s because that's what I'm plugging in first. 5, 7, 9. Then what? Menu. 4, 1, 3. And that's plus B because I'm trying to get equations. X list X. Y list Y. Enter. Enter. Okay, I got my M and B, so I'm ready to put that as an equation. Y equals my M, 2x, my B, minus 7. Now, I need to do the other table. Do I have to start all the way over? No, I'm just going to go change the Y's to the new Y2. X's are going to stay the same. So this is the only thing that changes, the y2. Alright, so I'm going to go to the y's. It's going to be 9, 6, 3. And then the M and B automatically change for you. You don't have to go through and do menu 413 again. Okay, so my new M, or my new equation, y equals the M is -3. Then I've got X, and my B is plus 27. Now what? How do I go from this to solution? The systems and the calculator. So everybody do it. Regular calculator mode. And I'm going to go to menu, algebra, solve system. How many equations do I have? 2. Am I using X and Y? Yep. So everybody stays the same. And plug them in. Y equals 2x minus 7. Y equals -3x plus 27. How do you get that plugged in? And what do you get?
34 over 5. 32.
Good. And what is this? What does it represent?
Points.
What point?
X1.
You're right, it's X and Y, but what is it representing?
Where they intersect.
Where they cross, where they intersect. Okay? Okay, before we stop, what if in the calculator you get something like this? A bold C1. Good. A bold C1 or a bold C2 or C3 or C4.
Whatever it is.
Whatever this is. That bold C and then a number is really what? IMS. Okay, so if you get that, that's your answer. Any questions? Are we good? All right. Okay. Do our practice.